Hi, my name is Brett, and this is a peaceful respite show and tell of Puyo Puyo Tetris. This is the Switch version of the game. It's also out on PS4, and it is, as the name implies, a mashup of Puyo Puyo and Tetris, two gravity-based puzzle games. To start off, there's an adventure mode. You can select different stages there's some character dialogue, and there's also some light story. I've watched a bit of it. The voice acting's pretty good, but I'm not really into the premise, so I've just been skipping it. But I'll show a little bit here before I skip it, just to give you a sense of what it's like.
He is supposed to be the captain.
The kind of premise is that the Puyo Puyo characters, which are pre-existing and have been part of the Puyo franchise for a while, combine with characters from Tetris, and there's crazy things going on in the universe. It's all over the top, and I think that makes sense, because how are you going to make a story out of something like this that is anything but that? But I think a certain sort of person who enjoys these kinds of stories where it's funny and humorous and doesn't take it so seriously would really enjoy this. But it just really hasn't been for me. That's okay, because you can just skip it, which is easy enough. So each stage in the adventure mode has a goal. Or not a goal, but it has a challenge. And this challenge is I'm playing Puyo Puyo against the player playing Tetris on the left, the CPU. And it's a nice way to learn the game if you're just getting started, because just hopping into the arcade modes and just playing could get a little stale. So I think it's actually a really nice way to just get started with the game. I'm playing Puyo Puyo on the left. I like Puyo Puyo a lot, I'm just not super great at it yet, but I've been practicing, and practicing it has shown, like, I've been getting better, so that makes it more fun than I would have expected. And the whole point of Puyo Puyo, as I just showed in that move, was you're trying to build chains by stacking Puyo on top. 4 similar color Puyo cause the Puyo to pop. And your gut instinct, at least mine was when I played the game, was to just pop them just like I did, right? You see 4 of the same color and you pop them. But by all means, you want to just resist doing that, and instead you want to build a chain by stacking them. And when you stack them, you basically deny yourself of connecting that last Puyo and then set up a chain. So, for example, I have this red here, and I denied myself that connection by putting the purple there. And in order to get that red above the purple on the left column to connect with the other red, I'm actually going to try to build a chain, or I'm going to try to pop those 4 purple Puyo, and then that red one will drop. So you kind of string together these stacks of Puyo to eventually pop and build your chain. So that was a 2 chain, which, you can definitely do better. And I want to, you can do, I think, like 8 chain or even higher chains. But just to start, I think I try to shoot for 2, 3, or 4 chains, especially against the computers, because if you haven't noticed already, I have those square bricks falling and taking up space, and they're colorless because you can't actually connect them to your Puyo. They're called garbage Puyo, and they get in the way. And those garbage Puyo come from the opponent player making Tetrises or clearing lines and sending garbage my way. So I'm trying my best to, 1, clear out the garbage, 2, send garbage their way, because that'll make them lose quicker, and also build my own chains. So there's kind of a lot going on. And it's really intense, but it's super, super fun. So right now I have these green Puyo, and I was trying to build up some sort of chain, but I messed it up and it didn't work out like I was thinking. Alright. What else is there to say about the game? Both versions of Puyo Puyo and Tetris are, I think, really well done. They're really solid. They feel really good to play. They play quick, and they're tight. They're not like, I played Tetris Ultimate, which came out, I don't know, in the last few years. I played that on the Vita. It just felt squishy, or it felt like, didn't feel tight, if that makes sense. If you've ever played Tetris before, like the one on the Game Boy, they were like that Game Boy one, that one just, I don't know, it feels great. And this version of Tetris feels the same, so does Puyo. And that's adventure mode.
Well, that looks like it helped.
Here's some more of the story. There's auto advance, so I press the Y button, and the story just continues to play. That's pretty standard. I'm gonna skip it. I think if you play the game and you want to experience the story, you get the gist of it. Right now I'm on Act 2, and I'm 17-ish% complete, so I'm guessing that there's 10 acts, based on the percentage. Which, like, that's cool. That's really decent, and I like going through those modes. So in the solo arcade, you can choose from a bunch of different gameplay options. Versus is, as you expect, you can select characters and fight against many CPUs. In multiplayer arcade, you can fight against other people. You can select Puyo or Tetris. Fusion is a new gameplay mode that you actually play Puyo Puyo and Tetris together and on the same board. And they fall down and combine in different ways. I haven't really played too much of Fusion, but I'll show that off as part of this. You can play Swap, where every set interval, I don't know if it's 30 seconds, I think it's 30 seconds, the board switches between a Tetris board and a Puyo Puyo board. So it's really intense, and your combos can carry over from one board to the other when it switches. So Swap mode's cool. Swap mode's really fun online because you can sort of make up for your weakness in one particular game in the other. So if you're better at Tetris and you're pretty bad at Puyo, or you're just getting started at Puyo, if you're doing really strong in Tetris, you could still win. You still have a chance. You're not just getting wrecked. So Swap is cool. Party is interesting. Haven't played too much of it, but as you're playing, these different items drop down, and as you clear lines or pop Puyo chains within those items, certain things happen, like players can't rotate or things like that. It seems fun, but I'm not super interested in that. Big Bang is interesting in that you have preset Tetris lines or preset Puyo chains, and then you drop your Puyo or your Tetrominos as fast as you can to clear them out. It's really frantic. I'll show that too. And Challenge is a sub-menu within that arcade, and Challenge is awesome. I haven't really seen too many people talk about this, so I wanted to show off the options really quick. And I know this is me just walking through the menus, kind of boring, but it'll give you a sense of what there is to do, because beyond the basic puzzle gameplay, these modes are kind of what make it interesting. So there's Endless Fever, where you just clear chains within a time limit in Puyo. There's Endless Puyo, so you just keep making chains, and it moves a little quicker as you progress and level up. This mode, Endless Puyo, is the way to go if you're learning Puyo Puyo, because there's no garbage coming from your enemy, and you can just learn and practice building chains. So I've been spending a lot of time in Endless Puyo building chains. Tiny Puyo is, there's more Puyo, like there's more columns because they're smaller, and you can build these kind of crazy chains. It's fun, but I haven't spent too much time on it. Sprint is a classic Tetris mode where you are trying to clear 40 lines really quickly. Marathon is about clearing 150 lines with a really high score, and as you clear more lines, you level up, and as you level up, your Tetrominos fall faster. So Marathon's intense, but it's also kind of like Endless Puyo. It's a really good place to practice. And then Ultra, the Tetris mode, is you're just trying to get as high of a score as you can in 3 minutes. So yeah, there's tons of solo arcade options. Multiplayer arcade is the same deal. You can just play with other friends in local multiplayer. There's lessons for Puyo Puyo, the Fusion mode, and Tetris. They're really good. I recommend going through them multiple times and practicing, because they'll help you get started. There's online modes, which you can connect online and play players online. It's been working pretty decently for me. Puzzle League is a ranked mode. There's free play where you can create lobbies and people can join your lobbies. You can watch replays, which is cool. So we can actually watch a replay, so we'll see someone who's playing that's actually super good. And I think this seems like a fun one to watch. So you just select the one you want to watch. It downloads it, or however it gets the info, and then you can just watch it. You can actually go faster, which is cool. So if you want to speed up through certain parts, or if you want to slow down and see how they did something, you can slow it down. So that's cool. And since I'm not playing, I can actually commentate over this and tell you what's going on. So both these players are playing Tetris. The character first on the right, Chris, is... I'm not familiar with any of these people online, so it's kind of new to me. But it's kind of fun to watch replays, especially with better characters, so you can see what they're doing. So on the left, you see that character's got a Tetris where you clear 4 lines at the same time. If you're not familiar with Tetris, your goal is to mash together pieces of different shapes and clear lines. And you clear a line by filling in every single square on the column from left to right, every single column. And as you do that, you get points. And you get more points for clearing more lines, and then there's some more technical things you can do to get points too, like clearing lines consecutively and building a combo, rotating T-pieces in certain positions. But your basic goal is to not hit the top of the board with your pitcher, with your board, while also clearing your lines, and clearing your lines as efficiently as you can to get the most points and send the most garbage to your opponent. I'm actually going to go to speed this up to 2x. Yeah, because Chris beat DJ Funk really quickly then, so I don't know. I'm not exactly sure if this gets really good or what. It seems like Chris, the character player on the right, is pretty good. But maybe DJ Funk is too, because he just countered. So that's something interesting worth noting, is that if your character sends garbage to your way, you can see on the top of the screen, the garbage will be waiting. And before it falls, if you actually clear lines, or in Puyo Puyo clear chains, you can combat their garbage and deflect it. And if you actually combat it so much so it actually overwhelms it and then sends garbage their way. So there's this kind of offense and defense aspect to the game that is really takes it to another level. So that was interesting. That wasn't really like a great match. I'm not sure why this was so high in the replays, but it was kind of neat to watch. Anyways, that is online. Like I was saying, so far it's worked pretty well. I've had some disconnection issues with the Nintendo Switch, and I don't know if that's me and my internet, which, like, I have a pretty decent router. It's like an AC router, and like, my internet speeds are pretty good. So I don't know what the deal is there, but other than that, it's been a pretty smooth experience. Sometimes there's lag, and I'm just selecting characters. I'm going to do a little bit of swap mode to give you a sense of what that's like. Real quick before I start, you can customize your Puyos to look different ways. I like the default because I'm used to it. Same with Tetrominos. Go to default. Change the background music, turn it off, turn it on. And you can actually change how many times you have to win, other options. So that's pretty cool. But something I noticed too when you're playing online with the lag is the lag actually affects your local system. So as you're playing, if it's laggy, I don't know if I'm lagging or someone else is lagging, the actual way like the pieces fall and your input, there's like you feel the real lag to it, and it feels really weird. It's not like, it's kind of a bummer. I don't know. I'll have to play more. I've probably played like 10 to 20 matches online, and that bit of lagginess is kind of a bummer. But so as you can see, I think it's 25 seconds, 30 seconds, and it swaps. So we just had a swap, and I'll be able to return to what I was working on with Tetris in a bit. The CPUs in this game are really challenging. You can set up handicaps, but they're no joke really good. So I'm very well might get my butt kicked here. So I'm gonna be working on. Oh wow! So they sent over that Puyo Puyo combo, and then that garbage went over with the swap combo, and they just destroyed me. Maybe I will hop online and show that. I don't know if I'm better at Tetris or Puyo. Probably Tetris, because I've just been playing it longer throughout my life, but I don't know if I'm particularly good at either. But I have fun playing them, right? So that's what's important to me. So now I'm trying to... Now blue is my trigger, and that'll make that purple Puyo fall. And I'm going to try to... I'll have to return to it next time. I've got a pretty decent Tetris stack going here, so given proper timing, I think I might be able to pull a pretty good attack. Like that. Alright, so the garbage Puyo is actually blocking my blue trigger, which is a bummer. I think I'm gonna lose. I can already feel it. Yeah, this is not good. Whew, I was quickly able to save that eye Tetromino. So I'm just gonna start throwing garbage their way. And this was that kind of case where I think I'm stronger with Tetris against the CPUs, so I can usually hold my own when it comes to Tetris against them. And maybe that'll help me in swap mode with my Puyo skills not being so great. Yeah, they're really going at it. Not good for me. Yikes. I'm losing hope. Now my Tetris board is pretty messy too. Just inconsistent spacing. Well, that's it. Lost swap. Each character has their own, I guess, taunts or winning saying, which is kind of fun. We can hop back here. Let me show off Big Bang, because Big Bang is pretty cool. You can do Endurance, which I'll just show what that says real quick. See how many opponents you can defeat, so you just keep going till you lose. Or you can just do a quick match. And we'll do Tetris, because I think that's pretty cool. And you can watch on the right the CPU do Puyo. And we'll just run with it. This is a really good way to practice seeing patterns in Tetris and quick dropping, because you see the patterns and then you're able to just quickly run with it. So once you run out of moves and successfully kind of like beat the puzzle, it clears it and starts a new one with different pieces, and eventually we'll get to the point where it's not just all purple, it'll be multiple pieces, and we'll see I messed that up. We'll see different patterns you can get. And then at the end of that timer, I messed that up, sorry. When that timer runs out, we will actually takes into account how many of these we've cleared, and then attacks at each E-bars. So it's kind of race to see how many you can clear, and then it all comes out in the wash at the end. The game works really well in handheld mode and on TV mode, so it's awesome. You can take the side controllers off the Switch and you can play with someone else, or you can hook it up to the TV and play with someone else or play online. And it's a super good fit for that. I think it's one of those kinds of things where this game's a really good fit for Switch, and I'm happy it's out, because for $30, like for two great puzzle games, you can't go wrong. I messed that up. Something I'm curious about is to see how long there's an online community to keep playing the game with. Since it's split across PS4 and Switch, and this game came out in Japan, which is actually worth noting that this version, this release, I think you can play against players all throughout the world. So that could actually go to giving the game more longevity for its online community. And I'm really hoping that it... Ooh, this is interesting. I'm really hoping that it sticks around and you can play online for years to come, because I could just see myself revisiting this game in the future and playing, just every couple months or every few weeks, just jumping in and playing some games. That's battle mode. It's neat. It's It's nothing too fun. I think if you were playing against someone who was pretty decent, like not the CPU in that case, it would be fun example. I don't really want to show fusion. I don't think it's really that fun. Like I just don't get it, but it's neat that it's there. There's a bunch of modes, and we'll just. Oh, something I wanted to show too is options and data. You can shop, and as you play the game, you get credits, and with those credits, you can buy different skins for your Puyo, for your Tetrominos, and different voice packs. I haven't bought any voice packs because I don't have enough credit, but I can buy Retro Puyo, which is cool, and then you can actually select those in the customize menu. And I think, actually I skipped past them, but I think these R's are nice because they are the letter of the color, so I think if you're colorblind at all, there's some things that can help you with that, which is nice. I appreciate that. Theater, you can go and play through scenes and your replays and different audio, which is cool. You can view your stats, so you can actually view how much I played online. Played 3, 1, 2, ranked. Different awards, so it's kind of like trophies, even though Switch doesn't have it. There are different awards like getting an 8 combo, accomplishing certain things so many times. So I like stats like that. It's always cool to check in on that stuff. And then lastly, yeah, we'll just hop online and I'll show you a bit. We'll play free play online. Just show you what that's like. And I'll go ahead and... So you can search for all the different modes. I like doing versus for free play just because it's fun. And we'll just hop in here. Oh, so yeah, it looks like that already... Someone already joined that, so it was no longer a valid session to join. We'll try to join this. The game has this nice polish too. The menus, the UI, everything is really nice. When you're waiting in the lobby, you can post a greeting. I like this, should be fun. It's always really fun. Then you can select OK. Whoever created the lobby and is the host of the lobby can go ahead and just start it without having to have everyone be ready, which is nice. It's pretty good if you're the lobby host.
Let's do this.
And I usually always play as I. Oh, and this room is interesting. So when you create a lobby, you can set your settings. And this character did Tetris only, so I couldn't choose Puyo, but sometimes you can just choose what you want to play. I tend to try to play Puyo Puyo because most people play Tetris, and I don't know, nice to switch it up a little. Be a little bit of a... Be a little crazy. Add a little spice to life and Puyo Puyo it up. Online is fun when... I messed that up really bad. Online is really fun when you, like, for example, I'll play a match and I'll just wreck house and do really well. And I'll feel like, oh, I'm, so much better than all these other players. And then in the next round, I'll just get absolutely destroyed. And I think the game is fun like that, where you can kind of get full of yourself and then quickly realize that, yeah, like it feels like there's a fair competitiveness to it, even if you're not that good. Like I'm not that good at either of them. So Iron Shadow won, and if he wins again, he wins the match. But if either of us can pull ahead, we stand a chance to keep going. In terms of Tetris strategies, I usually go for eyes and trying to build up like the long clear. But I've also been doing some learning and reading about other strategies like building wells and going for like really solid combos. And it's so fun to just learn all the different, like how different people play and approach it, and watching players who are really good move really quickly. I don't think I'll ever be that good, but I sure can try, and I'll keep doing my best. So that actually went pretty well. That double eye was pretty strong, and I actually have another eye in my hold that I'm going to drop right now. So, hey, there we go. That was pretty decent. Decent one. Maybe I'll pull ahead and win this next one. really love getting in the zone. There's this like mental flow that happens with these games where you just start seeing the patterns and you're moving faster than your brain can even process it, and you're just like dropping pieces. It's super cool. So that person just dropped some garbage, but that actually wasn't too bad. So I kind of have a little combo I could go, but as you can see, that didn't last too long. I'm not really playing that great right now. And those Tetrises are probably gonna mess me up. But you know what? I've actually got a pretty decent Tetris going right there. And I'm in a bad place right now. Oh no. You can't let this other guy or other person win Iron Shadow. Alright. I'm gonna be quiet and just focus. Hey! Look at that! And won! Winning. That was fun. I like winning. Not super competitive, really, in anything in life, but there's something about, like, I don't know, something fun about that. So I'm gonna go actually back to the main menu. But it's fun to be able to show that. And yeah, that's Puyo Puyo Tetris. Got a little bit of Puyo, a little bit of Tetris. I like both of them. I think this is one of my favorite games on the Switch right now. It's such a good fit for the platform. There's so many different gameplay modes and options, and I've really been enjoying it. It's nice to play a game where you practice and practice and you get better and better at it. And there's this, both games, Puyo Puyo and Tetris, are so simple in their premise, but they feel infinite in their depth. And I really enjoy games like that. So I hope this helped give you a sense of what the game is like. If you're interested in playing online, just let me know. I would be more than happy to play online because I've just been doing kind of random matchmaking. But again, thank you very much for watching this Puyo Puyo Tetris, and have a good one. Bye.